Good morning. How are you today? Actually, I guess it's afternoon. For us, anyway. But anyway, I lost track of time. Actually, it's almost 3 p.m. on the east side of America.
The time is now 3 p.m.
See, she just said 3 p.m. Anywho, I was started working on
The room temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
some embroidery from my Embroidery Viking machine. And I had talked about one time of a while back when I was making this this shirt for American Girl doll. And so I decided to put some hearts on it. So this is how I'm going to do it. It's on the machine. And I'm trying to get the video in here closer so you can kind of see. You won't see me, but you will see the machine, hopefully, do its magic. So, there. Hopefully, you can see that. Trying to get it close enough. So, yeah, you won't see me, but you'll see the machine do it. Okay. And hopefully I don't go off. Oops, I just dropped my tools here. Okay, so, uh-oh, I gotta turn this up here. Nope. Oh, I don't know, I just think I messed it up here. Okay, let's get rid of that. I don't know what that was. Oh dear. I think I just messed up my machine. Okay, I'm gonna put this up to 3. Gonna put that back at 2. And I'm going to press in 3. And hopefully that does it. I don't know if I want it. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. Okay. Let's get started. So what it's making is hearts. And I'm just kind of guiding the shirt. I'll show you what it's doing, if you can see that. Can you see? See the little hearts there? There you go. Okay. Hopefully it's still doing that. Let's see, where did I start? Okay, I gotta figure out where I gotta end at. So. Okay, one more heart. Okay, wait. Okay, I think that's it. I think so. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. Just got half of a heart made. Maybe I'll try finishing that heart. I don't know. All right, I think I gotta stop. Okay, so this is the hearts. Isn't that cute? There we go. Yep. All right. So next I am going to sew the Velcro back, the Velcro on, but I need to do it on the other machine because this machine is set for with red thread and not white. So okay, so I'm going to raise you back up. So hold on to your chair. Come on. And I am gonna put you right there. Just like that. I'll swing myself around over here. So today has kind of been a catch-up day for me. I have been just working on different things, and yesterday I had an eye appointment, so I had taken the dress, wherever I put that dress now. Where did I put it? That's interesting. I'm sorry, but I lost the dress I was working on. I was cleaning up in here, and I don't know what I did with it. Isn't that weird? Well, okay, so I'll just, I don't know what I did. I know I was cleaning up and putting things away and trying to clear off my table so I didn't look like a big mess. And I was going to make some ruffle from the bottom of the skirt, because after looking at it, and I was talking to my friend also, she was saying that looks like a shirt, not a dress, Joan. So oh, here's the dress. So I decided, sorry about that, I couldn't find it. So I decided that I was going to put, make a ruffle just like we did for the sleeves. I'm going to make one for the bottom of the dress, and I think that'll give it some length to it. So that's next to go. So I'm going to now fix this because I was monkeying around with it. I thought maybe I could wind the bobbin from the Viking on here because it just doesn't wind very tight. But the bobbin wouldn't fit, so I had to go back. Had to go back to the machine itself and figure that out. Okay, so let me trim off all these little red. I don't know how you end these things. I've never done embroidery from a machine before, and I didn't backstitch. I don't know if you're supposed to backstitch. I don't know how it works. But I picked up this machine at the Catholic store where I buy my threads, or my fabrics and clothes and whatever else we buy. And I saw it sitting there. I saw this machine sitting, not that machine, no, sitting there. And I said, ooh, it's a Viking. And I thought, well, I know Vikings are really expensive machines. I mean, they cost more than this machine, thousands of dollars. And so I got to looking at it and I thought, oh, it does embroidery. I thought, that's interesting. But then, you know, I got to thinking, well, it's missing some parts down below because this part is very narrow on that machine. And so it looks like it's missing a plate or a ramp or something like this, a table like this, or similar to. And they only wanted $125 for it. And I almost walked out and not buying it. But I said to my husband, I'm gonna go buy this machine. And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, there's a machine back there that does embroidery, and it's a Viking. And I know that they cost a lot of money. So I bought it and I brought it home. And of course I had to brag to my friend Jan because her and I kind of, she got back into sewing after I started sewing, and she's just an awesome sewer. I mean, you know, it's just like, she can shame me and put me under the table with her sewing. So that's how good she is. And she's made quilts for years and blah blah blah. So she kind of started doing her quilts again, and so, which is really cool. And she's been making blue jean quilts, which is really cool too. And so anyway, so I told her what I bought, and she goes, oh, really? And I said, yeah. And she's been picking up now she lives in California, and she lives over near San Francisco, and there is this it's similar to the Catholic store that I go to. You know, mine is social services, but hers, the one she goes to, it helps cancer patients. And so, you know, people donate goods for that. And she's picked up several machines from there. And, you know, of course, they're just really cheap, $25, $30, you know, $50 for their machines. And there again, too, at the Catholic store, you can get used machines that work because they make sure everything works. But they're really old. And sometimes you can get a newer one. I had gotten a newer one, and then I ended up giving it away because it was just it was for a beginner sewer. And I don't think I'm a beginner sewer anymore. And it kind of reminded me of a rattle box when you know, used it. But, you know, for somebody that just needs to, you know, let me get my velcro, which I put back together again. I had this huge knot yesterday. I don't know if you remember that, but oh man. So anyway, yeah, so we kind of compete, and kind of like anyway, so known her for years, forever, known her forever. So anyway, we so I've fixed all my, I just put all my velcro together, and because it was in two reels and they came apart and it got all knotted, and I sat here for an hour pulling it apart, kicking myself all the way too. And so anywho, so we were talking yesterday and talking about things. And anyway, what was I talking? I don't know what we're talking about. But anyway, so we're talking, and oh, she was saying, oh yeah, she goes, looking at that dress you made, Joan, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna fit. She says, I think it's gonna be too short. And I said, yeah, I think so too. She goes, yeah. She goes, I think you blew it on. I said, yeah, probably. Anyway, so I said, well, I think I'm just gonna put a ruffle on it, and she agreed. So that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, it's basically finished. I'm putting her shirt on her to see how it looks. See how I can hold still there. I know you're being impatient. Okay, so is it left over right or right over left? I don't remember. I think I'm gonna go left over right. Maybe I'll do right over left because the stitching on the other side looks better. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna do that. Okay, and I need also to iron on some iron on. Oh, I have some right here. You know, when I thought about putting a snap in, I poked a hole in there, and I don't want that hole to rip and get bigger. So I have some iron on interfacing I'm gonna put on, and that'll help protect that. Oh, excuse me, I don't mean to bend over in front of you. Just trying to, I can't squat, so sorry about that. Anywho, I have been working, sorry for my back. I had been working on catch-up stuff. So I have a purse that I had been working on today. So I'm almost done with it. I just want to sew, you know, make it look nice. So I'm working on that, and you know, just working on things. Catch up. But my husband goes, "You're not filming?" And I said, "Oh, I should film putting on this, doing this embroidery thing. That's a good idea." So here I am. Okay, I'm just gonna cut 2 small pieces, fold it in half. Now, like with fabric and threads and zippers and whatever else, I also get interfacing from that Catholic store. People, you know, just donate whatever they had, or, you know, stuff like that. So I just, when I see it, I grab it because I need it. So there's some interfacing here. I ironed it on. It kind of makes it more stiffer. That's good. And then I will put on the other one on the other side. I have to make sure that the iron-on surface is towards the fabric and not towards your iron. That can be a big problem. I do buy interfacing once in a while if I'm looking for a stiffer one, or like when I use the foam in the bags. But I mainly try to get it all from the Catholic store, and I haven't been back in a really long time because I've been so busy here, and I feel like I have enough fabrics, which I do. I mean, I'm just overflowing with fabrics. I have a chair here full of fabrics that I have to sort, put away. I took out a lot. I was looking for some, you know, fabrics for making these doll clothes. Excuse me. And so I was looking for the doll clothes, and so I just pulled out a bunch of fabrics, so I need to bag them and put them away. And I was cleaning up the table because I had a bunch of stuff sitting out and everything, so yeah, it was kind of a cleanup day. But I thought, yeah, you know, I should probably really think about filming today because of because because I was doing that embroidery and I wanted to share that with you. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, I really haven't used it, so. I haven't really used the machine either. Just kind of been relying on this one a lot lately. But you know, with that machine, you can't do heavy things. You can use a twin needle on it. I do. And then I didn't have instructions. It came with a manual, but the manual is more like a sales manual. And it just shows you, you know, different machines. So I downloaded the actual manual from my phone, and then I printed it off on my printer. So that was all good. And so yeah, I remember I couldn't remember how to wind the bobbin, so I had to look that up, or thread the machine because it's just been sitting there on the floor for a while. And you know, they're all new. Sometimes new to me. But I like having, you know, different machines. I would like to find a big quilting machine. I would like to buy a big quilting machine, but I don't have an extra 20 grand laying around. But I don't need one that big. I know that Cutie, is it Cutie? That I bought my quilting frame from, they have a quilting machine, but it's like $3,000. I just can't get myself to spend $3,000 or charge $3,000. So, and I haven't used that frame much. And my husband, you know, he's the type of guy, it's like, if I want something, you know, and I want him to buy it for me, like this machine, you know. Well, I bought this machine because I started making Maddie's quilt, and I thought, I can't make it on that. I can't make a quilt on that old machine I had. And he goes, well, and his thing is, are you gonna use it? You know, I hate that. You know, I hate that word. I hate that sentence. Are you gonna use it? I don't. So anyway, I thought, well, what do you think? It's like, do I ask you, are you going to use it? And it's like, anyway, one of my pet peeves, or one of his pet peeves, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, that's why I bought this machine myself, because I didn't want to hear or sit there and argue with, you know, or, you know, whatever. So I just bought it myself. And I'm glad I figured it out. I'm glad that, because I didn't think that, or even talking to my friend, Jan, we didn't even know. I mean, you know, it's like, do I have to have a special part to go with that machine to get the little embroidery things on top to work? No, I just had to figure out how to push the buttons to get them to work. I mean, I don't know if it's computer. It might have a little bit of computer in it, but it's definitely not like the high-tech ones and computers, but it definitely works. Okay, so we are on to this side. Remember yesterday when I was sewing this part of the, I don't know if you can't see it, but it's clear, and it's the part that goes on the, I'm going to put it on the inside of the shirt, right next to the end here where you flip it over, and I'm going to put it flat side down. Yesterday when I was telling you, okay, if you use this Velcro, make sure you go flat side down. And what do? I sew it the opposite side. So yesterday when I was at the doctor's, I was pulling it all out at the eye doctor. Fortunately, they didn't dilate my eyes so I could see what I was doing. I felt like a dodo bird yesterday. You ever get that way? Sometimes you're trying to show somebody how to do something and then you mess it up. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, I'm sewing this on. And hopefully it works. I'm just sewing it on the back next to the hems, and that way I can just flip it over on there and hook it on. I think the Velcro is the way to go for these doll clothes. Especially the shirts, you know, trying to get them on the doll. I don't know how my granddaughter does it. And maybe, well, like, you know, the t-shirts, or I did buy a soccer jersey for her, and the soccer jersey for the American Girl doll is stretchy, so it goes right over the head. I already looked at them. I opened up the package, looked at them, see how they were made. So I don't have any jersey though. I don't even buy it because I don't like working with it. It's too stretchy for me. I did sew on, I don't even think I kept it, but my daughter-in-law's uniforms from the hospital, she has me, because she's so little, she's just really, really super skinny and little. Not super skinny, well yeah, she is, but she's little. And so I fix them for her so they'll fit her. And you know, I could have kept that material. I don't know if I did. I'll have to look, because it is stretchy. That's the only time I sewed on it. And then I used a stretch needle. So that works when you use a stretch needle. That worked pretty good. Fortunately, I had some. Okay, let's see how your shirt looks, sweetheart. Wowzer, that is looking good. Okay, let's get your shorts on. I hope my granddaughter likes this outfit. I know it's a long time coming. I know she had asked me for it, and I mean, I got on it right away. I guess a week after she asked me, but she needed some summer clothes for her doll. And my girlfriend had found a bunch of clothes for American Girl doll from that same place I was telling you. She buys her stuff. And she goes, do you mind if I send it to her? And I said, no, it's fine with me. I think she would love it. So anyway, here's the little outfit. We got the shirt on. I put a Velcro on the back, like that. And there is the neckline with the little hearts. Pretty cute, huh? Okay, so now we're gonna work on finishing the dress with the Velcro, the one that I messed up yesterday. I got the Velcro on. I just need to put the other part on that I messed up. Now, oh, there it is. Cut a new strip to go with it. It was weird yesterday. I've never had an appointment as late as I did, and I was like the last one in there. The doctor at the eye appointment. It was weird being there. I mean, you know, being the last patient of the day. I kind of didn't like it because there was nobody to talk to. You know, it's like when you go to the doctor's and you're sitting in the waiting room. It seems like it just takes forever, especially there. And you wait and you wait and you wait. And there's people just, you know, waiting, and they're looking at their phones, and, you know, they're just, nobody's talking or anything. And then here comes Joan, the chatterbox. And I don't care who you are, I'll talk to you. You know, it's just like, people just kind of like, don't talk to anybody. I mean, it's kind of like, you remember, like during the pandemic, everybody sits far apart. Of course, we had to, right? So we wouldn't spread it. And now it's like, you go in and it's, I mean, I can understand the quietness, and maybe some people don't like to talk, of course. I mean, I can understand that. But, anyway, so here comes Joan. The chatterbox. And so is this gonna go over this like this? Yep, okay. Gee, I'm wondering, will it go over like that? Yes, that's the way it's gonna go. Okay. So yeah, so here comes Joan, the chatterbox. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some more of this over on it, and so it'll give it more stability, because obviously you can't put it on after you put the Velcro on. Can't do that. So just gonna iron on a piece, so it'll help stabilize this area. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're going that way. Okay. I had to make sure I was doing a rut. Since this is the part that pulls off the dress, off the Velcro, I want to make it so, how high is this? Just up to the, there we go. So I just put some stabilizer on there, iron on, and that will help support that, hopefully. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So clear I can't see it. Okay, let's do it right this time, Joan. The flat side on the fabric. The bumpy side up. Went all the way down, didn't it? Well, I'm gonna put this I'm gonna put it up here. Okay, because I'm gonna be working there and I don't want that in my way. Excuse me. Sorry. Allergies. I told my allergist about this room creating an allergy to me. I mean, nowhere else in the house does it bother me but my sewing room. So crazy. And of course, it's probably dust. I wouldn't doubt it. I've always been allergic to dust, or, you know, sensitive to it. But I can leave this room, go downstairs. Well, we don't have carpeting downstairs, and I'm fine. Sometimes if I have a fan blowing, it'll create, you know, problems for me. But so she says, well, just take your allergy medicine every day. I'm just I just don't do that. I don't take my allergy pill every day because it raises my blood pressure. I just don't like the feeling of it. And so the only time I would take my allergy pill is when I go to get my allergy shot, or if I got stung by a bee or got bit by a fire ant, then I would take it. Or sometimes if I get bit by like mosquitoes, you know, any kind of bite like that, mosquito bite, it just becomes crazy itchy, and so then I take them. But otherwise, I just don't like taking a lot of medication. I take enough. And I know that's wrong. I mean, like, I have another friend that takes allergy medicine, and she takes one every single day. And she goes, that way it just builds up in your system, and, you know, and I said, yeah, but I'm very sensitive to things, and especially when, you know, things like that, and I just am really careful, and I've never been a big pill popper or anything. And so I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing, but that's what I do. Okay, so here it is. I did it right. Yay! So I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if it would be too gaudy, but I was thinking maybe of, because that machine also does like flowers. I mean, I know there's a lot of flowers on it. I don't know, maybe I don't need to do anything. But I was thinking, wow, that does that. Maybe I can get it to do bows on here, because it does do bows. But that would be kind of cute, huh? Or just do one bow in the middle. I was talking about that. And I was thinking about these, maybe just folding this ribbon over and then maybe just sewing it down, so kind of pointed. Let's see, how do they do that? I think I would just do it like this. I don't know for sure, but I'm just going to sew the ribbon over. How do you do that? Let's see. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit and see if I can, because, well, it's not really ribbon. It's actually bias tape. Seam tape. It's seam tape. Okay, so what I'm thinking, instead of leaving it like this, because I think eventually it's just going to start fraying. So what if I were to fold it over like that, or maybe fold this like this, you know, in half there, and then maybe fold it to a point and sew it like that. Can you see that? I'm thinking maybe that would be the way to do it. And then I will take it over to the machine and sew that down. don't know if that's gonna work, but hopefully it will. I was thinking of doing a bow, because it does, just like the hearts, it does a bow. So I was thinking maybe doing a bows across the ribbon. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. What I might do is just practice, of course. Now, I have a friend that lives in France. Well, she's a friend of my daughter's. But anyway, she lives in France and she got to go to the Olympics. I thought, wow, that's so cool. So I send her a message and I says, and I told her what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make a shirt for my granddaughter. And she wants a Olympic shirt. I said, what does their shirts look like? Or, you know, their uniforms. And she goes, I don't know. She says, I went to the equestrian and the rider show, you know, for horses. Okay. She goes, and they don't wear those. Oh, all right. And then she goes, look at Google. And then, of course, my husband said the same thing. All you have to do is look it up on Google, Joan. So I said, well, you do that. I'm kind of busy here. And so he does. And anyway, so I'm looking at them and I thought, gosh, are those boring? I mean, they're not even pretty uniforms. They're just boring. But there was quite a bit. And some of them were really expensive, like sweatshirts for like $300. Wow. Anyway. So I was kind of thinking, thinking maybe just a red shirt, I'm thinking. And maybe a flag on the front with the rings below. I saw one like that. And I thought, well, maybe I can pull that off. I have to find, I mean, that one has flags on it, but those flags are too small. I'm thinking. So I would have to find a bigger flag. From something. I don't know. Think, Joan. Think. But I like the challenges. Always been that way. Didn't like that at all. Can you believe today's already Friday? I mean, heck. And tomorrow's already Saturday. That's amazing. I probably should have done this on that other machine because it sews better than this one. And I think it likes to back up, whereas this one doesn't really like to back up. Just doesn't like it very much at all. Okay, so far it's done, but I am going to do a ruffle on this, and I think it'll be next time because time is clicking away, and a ruffle's going to take time. But what I will do is I will take this fabric, because I'm trying to think, it's got to be a ruffle that's going to, not a real, well, it's gonna, I think it's gonna have to be, I don't know. It's gonna, I think it needs to be maybe that long for a ruffle on the skirt, because the skirt is so short. So anyway, so this is where we are so far. We've got the sleeves done. We got the velcro on, and I did it right this time. Yeah, so there she is. So what, the next time you see me, we're gonna sew the ruffle on, and I don't have to take this out, the hem out. The hem will be part of the ruffle, just like this one. Okay, but the ruffle will be a separate piece, just like I put on the sleeve. And I will have to measure this. I will measure this, and then I will do twice the length for the ruffle to go on this dress. That's what we did. What we will do. Alrighty, well, good time. I had a good time sharing with you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And that was fun seeing that little heart thing work. That embroidery machine put that little heart on there. It's so cute. I love it. So yeah, so I had a good time, and I hope you had a good time, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I hope you like it, Marlene. Although it'll be going down, it'll be going somewhere else, so I'll have to make you an outfit to replace it. Bye-bye.